Gentlewoman from California is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentlelady from New York for yielding, our ranking member on the Rules Committee, and thank her and our colleagues on that committee for trying so hard to have this rule contain an amendment that will allow us to vote on the extension of unemployment insurance for all over 1.3 million Americans who will lose those benefits if we do not pass that extension. I would particularly salute Congressman Sandy Levin of Michigan, the ranking member on the Ways and Means Committee, for his relentless championing of this issue of fairness to the American people. We come here to talk about a bill that is to end the sequester. And then end the sequester it does, and I commend the conferees. I'm very proud of the work of Congressman Chris Van Hollen, the ranking member on the Budget Committee on the Democratic side, Nita Lowey, the ranking member on Appropriations, our assistant leader, Mr. Clyburn, representing the leadership in those negotiations. I thank them for taking this to a place, fighting it to a draw, so that we come to the floor to fight something to end sequestration. But the opportunity was so much greater. And apparently the Republicans never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity when it comes to creating jobs. Mr. Van Hollen had in his bill just a few points in terms of priorities. One was to create jobs and economic growth for our country in the short term and in the long term. If we close one loop, close a loophole. Build the infrastructure of America. Close a loophole, build a bridge. Close a loophole, special interest, tax loopholes for special interest. Invest in the human infrastructure of our country. Early childhood education, long-term economic growth. Close a loophole. Pay for unemployment insurance. I don't think it has to be paid for because it's emergency spending, but nonetheless, let's have an opportunity to vote to extend unemployment benefits. When we ignore those investments in the future, we're not reducing the deficit, we're increasing the deficit. Because nothing brings more money to the Treasury than creating jobs and the revenue that produces. Nothing brings more money to the Treasury than the education of the American people, starting with early childhood education. And as far as unemployment benefits are concerned, the economic impact is clear. Every dollar spent on unemployment benefits grows the economy by $1.52, according to Moody's Analytics. $1.50 for every dollar we spend, and that's a conservative estimate. Failing to extend unemployment benefits will cost us 200,000 jobs over the next year. We can't do that. A recent report shows that extending UI instead would produce 300,000 jobs. So again, this money is if spent immediately, injects demand into the economy, creates jobs, grows the economy, as well as honoring our social compact that we have with the American people. People work hard, play by the rules, lose their job through no fault of their own. Insurance is what they have. We should honor that insurance. So it's disappointing, yes, because this package is so limited. But as I said, it was fight to a draw. I recommend that our colleagues vote to support it so we can take it off the table and make way for the discussion we should be having about comprehensive immigration reform. The votes are here. Give us a vote, Mr. Speaker. Passing a farm bill, very important to the economy of our country. Raise the minimum wage. Nearly 2/3 of the people making the minimum wage are women. Paycheck equity. Have fairness in the workplace for women. The list goes on and on. Ending discrimination against LGBT community people in the workplace. There's so many items on the agenda that have the support of the American people in large numbers. Yesterday was the anniversary of Newtown. Passed the Brady background bill. All these things are an agenda we have neglected up until now. We just haven't had time for it. I guess they haven't been priorities for this Congress, but they are priorities for the American people and for the Democrats in Congress. So again, one reason to vote for this package, even though you may think it's meager and you may not like all of its priorities, as the gentleman said, is to at least have agreement on the budget that enables us to move forward for bigger fights that will improve policy, improve the lives of the American people, honor our responsibilities to them. But I urge our colleagues to vote for the budget, but to vote against this rule, because this rule says no. It says no to the Congress. We're not even going to allow you to speak or vote on unemployment insurance benefits extension. It says no to the American people, that if you work hard and play by the rules and lose your job through no fault of your own, the safety net isn't there. And that safety net is not there just for individuals. It's there for the system. Our beautiful free market system grows in cycles, and sometimes unemployment is higher than others, and there's some outside forces at work that people lose their jobs because of. And so it's about a safety net for our economic system as well as for individuals. Why would they not allow us to bring this up and extend this extension? Is it the money? It's not. If it's the money, we'll find it. Is the price? Do you think the price is too hard to give people dignity, to allow them to keep their homes and meet the needs of their children? 2 million children would be affected by this. Tens of thousands of veterans affected by this. We care about veterans here, we care about children here, but apparently not enough to extend unemployment benefits. So why, my Republican colleagues, would you not allow us to have a vote on this? I know the support is there on the Republican side. I know that the Democrats would vote 100% for this. Do you not believe that these people are worthy of receiving an unemployment insurance? I say insurance, that's something paid into a benefit check. If so, let the American people know that. But this debate will not end today. While you may not give us a vote on the floor to extend these benefits, so we see where everybody is on the subject and why, this fight will continue, because this is about the morality of our country, the respect that we have for people, the value that we place on work, the pride we take in the great work ethic of the American people. But sometimes it just seems the harder they work, there are forces that are in a deck stacked against them, and this Congress is saying this deck is not going to include you as we deal out the cards. So it's really, I can't explain it to anybody except to say it's a values decision. And apparently there's not enough shared values on the subject of the respect we should have for our workers to even honor the subject with the vote on the floor of the House. It's an outrageous rule to come to the floor. I thank you, Madam Chair, for fighting it, and I urge a very strong no vote on the rule, vote no on the previous question, which would allow us to bring the, what are you afraid of? You afraid of the vote? Are you afraid of working people who are out of a job? What are you afraid of? Let us have a vote on the floor. With that, Mr. Speaker, urging a no vote on the rule, a yes on the bill, I yield back the balance of my time.